on Cypress Street in West Monroe, where we can talk football, West Monroe football. And if you show up with a West Monroe branded shirt, hat, or anything, they'll give you 15% off of your order tonight. That's a pretty good deal.
Can't beat that.
Pretty good deal. Also, 31-17 last week, a victory against Pulaski. But let me ask you this first, Coach. You're talking about building a team,
right?
And not just building a team, but building a program. 2 games in, where do you feel like your football team is?
Man, I think we're in a good spot. These 2 ball games at home have kind of shown us different elements of our team. We can jump out in the lead and play from in front. We can come from behind and come back and win a game. Our crowd was in the game. I think the home atmosphere has shown our players that our community's behind us, the support's there. And so, the first 2 ball games, we've really learned a lot about our football team, and we look forward to seeing what week 3 brings us.
Yeah, got a good crowd tonight, but they're a little quiet.
Which direction he goes, whether he requires surgery or not surgery, and we'll learn more about that as we go. Of course, Luke Valerie's still out. Kimani Cowles had a broken ankle last week. He's a sophomore.
Did not realize that.
Yeah,
Did not realize that. Hate to hear that.
Yeah. So those are the 2 main injuries we received last week. Of course, we got some bumps and bruises here and there, but we've got plenty of depth, and we're not making any excuses.
Next man up.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's all about. Well, the offensive line sounds like you're getting a little bit heavier there. I mean, healthier there.
Right. And we had 3 key guys out in the first week, and those guys kind of worked their way back into the lineup over week 2, and we played them in some different positions and got a different snap counts for each one of those guys. But they've been full go this week, so we look forward to finally getting our entire offensive line back on the field.
So tell me how you're getting adjusted now. You're 2 games in as a head coach, running the entire operation. How is that going?
Well, going good. Each day you got to deal with the issues that are placed in front of you. We have a process that we go through weekly. I do a schedule that I go through, and of course there's going to be things that come up that you're not ready for, or
just not get a game.
Yeah, but you have to be able to adjust and move on. And so the first couple weeks of this season, I've been blessed to have been able to just kind of stay within the process of everything and get everything done.
Well, that's good. Your coaching staff, tell me a little about them, how they're adjusting to the new man in charge and the program the direction that you're setting.
Well, I think our coaching staff, it's been a pretty easy adjustment for them. We all had the opportunity to work together this summer, learn about each other, watch each other work. And it's funny you ask, because just today I was praising our coaching staff because, we got wet bub today. We couldn't wear pads outside today, and we had to get everything in within an hour.
What's that mean?
So Kurt goes out, he measures the temperature. If the temperature is too high on his device, you have to modify and adjust your practice. So you can't wear pads, you can't wear a helmet, you can't be outside longer than an hour. And so whatever practice plans you had prior to that, you got to scrap it, and you got to be able to get your work in within the rules that are set for you.
Franklin's got that much control?
He does. I don't know how, but he's got it.
And he's got a nice building coming along too, doesn't he?
Right. Building's coming on good.
All right. Well, Coach, we're going to take a break, come back with Flashback Friday Night Lights right after this timeout. Stay tuned. You're listening to Inside Rebel Football right here at the Fish House.
Coach, look what I got. The Rocket Fast Playbook. That's awesome, Sport. What does it say? First, you get him in the tunnel. Second, you blindside him with the wall of foam. Third, you call an audible. Then comes the Hail Mary. You hit him with the Fast Pass. Coach, it's brilliant. No dirty opponent stands a chance against Rocket Fast.
Hey, that's my playbook. Where'd you get that? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just sing the song.
Rocket Fast. It's a blast. And your vehicle is clean.
with the coaches and players of the West Monroe Rebels. Now, back to Jim Norris.
All right, thank you, Big Jim. We're back inside Rebel football right here at the Fish House, and with me, of course, is head coach Demichael Dizer. He didn't get much of a welcome. Performance against Pulaski. The Rebels won 31-17, went to 2-0. Your thoughts, your immediate thoughts now looking back on that game?
You know, all week we talked about two things, discipline and execution. I thought our ball club did a good job of showing discipline throughout that ball game and then cleaning up our execution in the second half to ultimately put us in position to take over that game and kind of enforce our will a little bit there in the fourth quarter once we kind of got control of the ball game.
Certainly did, and, you know, the things that stood out to me, talking about Pulaski and their offense, you forced several punts in the ball game, and that's something they don't like to do and usually don't do.
Right.
And you recovered every single onside kick.
Absolutely. We stood up and we honored and celebrated our hands team Sunday in our team meeting. They did an outstanding job. One
of the things you told me before the game, the keys to the game, was to create momentum, to overcome it if the other team has it, and to maintain it if you guys get it. You overcame it because you were down 17-10. And so you created some momentum for you, and then you maintained it throughout the end of that football game. I thought that's exactly what you had hoped to do.
And we preach that to our team on a day-to-day basis. We can't control everything that's going to happen in a ball game, but we have to stay within ourselves, play our style of football, and do exactly those three things when they occur. Maintain it, generate it, maintain it, and then overcome it.
Second half. You always like to be a second-half football team. I think you outscored them 21-3 in the second half. That's pretty impressive.
That's coaches going in at halftime, making the necessary adjustments, and players coming out of the locker room with the right mindset and attitude to go into the second half. And so that's exactly what we saw Friday night.
There was a crazy stretch, and I think it was in the second quarter. There was a big play by Pulaski where they picked up 20, 30 yards, and they were close to being in the red zone. And they were already up, I think, or down by about 4 points. I think it might have been 10-6 or something at that point. But right at the end of the run, or end of the play, somehow we stripped it. And the next thing you know, I'm looking up, and instead of calling the runner down, we've got the ball going the other way.
Yeah. And that's just, guys, again, they're just dealing with each situation as it comes about. They're kind of driving. They got a little momentum, but I think what happened was there was an early whistle blown, and they ended up blowing the play dead, but our guy was able to pull that ball out while the guy was still making progress running. So, the refs get it right, the refs get it wrong. We don't complain either way.
And another quick crazy play, and then you get the ball back in great field position. You got Gio, who with a great call looks like a quarterback keeper, and I'm hollering touchdown, and Lane Little's trying to tell me, hey, guys, wait a minute. And somehow they punched it loose at about the half-yard line. That was crazy.
It was crazy, but I'll tell you, number 24 for them, that's just an example of what hustle does for you. He ran him all the way down on the backside, never gave up. And small details. We told Brady, switch that ball to the outside arm.
And then it couldn't have done it.
And it wouldn't have happened. So
yeah, but that was a beautiful run and a beautiful play. Just a crazy series of plays there. Well, Coach, we'll put that one, in the background, and we'll move forward. We'll come back and talk in the Rebel Red Zone with tight ends coach Brian Crislip, one of your coaches who's come back home.
Absolutely.
So we'll take a break and be back with more Inside Rebel Football right after this timeout.
Does your boat need electronics, shallow water anchors, or any other accessories you can think of? Well, let Hooked Up Marine Products in West Monroe help.
They'll have your back faster than you can cast a line. At Hooked Up Marine, you'll find fast, dependable service.
We offer certified service on all brands like Garmin, Lowrance, Humminbird, and Power Pole. Hooked Up will get you hooked up with batteries, lifetime rigging, and warranty on all installs.
Hooked Up Marine is local, they're dependable, they love our West Monroe Rebels, so stop in and see them on North 7th Street here in West Monroe. Go
The
Red.
Home Improvement Outlet has a must-see iron door collection. Whether you're a homeowner or a builder, we have the perfect iron door for you. And check out our cutting-edge smart glass option, offering privacy and style at the touch of a button. With many glass options available, you can customize your door to match your unique style. We have iron doors that pivot, slide, and so much more. The Home Improvement Outlet in West Monroe.
Now cue that jingle.
The Home Improvement Outlet, keeps you building for less.
Coaches and players of the West Monroe Rebels. Now, back to Jim Norris.
Welcome back once again to Inside Rebel Football. It's time to talk Red Zone Rebels with tight ends coach Brian Crislip. And Coach, you're welcome back. It's been you keep coming back. You can't get away from us.
I had a good 2 years when I was away. I was able to win a state championship with both my daughters in Sterlington in softball. But
that had to be pretty neat, pretty special.
It was an unbelievable feeling. But there's no place like home, and West Monroe is home.
Well, we're glad to have you back, Coach. Coaching the tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got some good ones, and we're going to get to talk to one of them here tonight. When we had Taylor Birch on the show, he talked about the offensive philosophy, and that was pound the rock. Boy, you guys did it a little bit in the second half the other night.
Well, pound the rock necessarily doesn't mean run the football, but last week we were 92% run. So
92% run?
Yes, sir.
Well,
so
that's running the football to me.
That's mine and John Barron and Coach Wright's pound the rock philosophy for us, for sure.
Well, what was the key? We had you down unofficially for almost 350 yards on the ground. That's pretty impressive.
It is. The key is just execution. With our offense, we're pretty much a gap scheme team, so therefore we got to be able to
explain what that means. Gap scheme team.
Everybody's responsible for a gap. Depends on the front that they give us, and we apply our rules, and we do a good job of coaching those simple rules, and basically it simplifies everything up front for us.
I got you. Well, talk about some of those guys up front that are the leaders and have played well thus far in the season.
Well, obviously I brought Sam Turner tonight. He's our one of our starting tight ends. Baylor Welch is our other tight end when we go 2 tight end sets. Shepard Brown is a junior that he's kind of banged up right now, but he's going to be involved in our offense heavily as well in the tight end situation. We're finally getting some guys healthy up front. Slater came back last week, got a few snaps. We got another guy, Ross is getting back.
Have you had your entire, what you perceive to be your first team offensive line together yet?
Not yet. Not yet, but it's coming.
Boy, when it gets there, it ought to be something special.
It ought to be. I heard you say we're going to get bigger. We are going to get bigger when we get the full-time starters back. So.
I got you. Well, tell me about the running backs. Ponte, he had an outstanding game.
He did. Ponte, he's one of those guys. He's always going to fall forward. He's always going to fall forward. He's a real good complement to Kedron McNeil. Kedron's more of a side-to-side guy with some good moves, but Ponte is definitely the more downhill runner. So they complement each other very well.
Had a big play call with a little reverse. Was it to Travion? Yeah, that went for a big gain and set up a touchdown.
Hey, kudos to our receiving coaches, Josh Johnson and Marcus Turner. That Coleman, that kid can block, and he's a good one.
Well, what's it been like finally coming back home, as you say it? Now you're back in West Monroe coaching for the Rebels. What's that mean to you?
It's just it feels like home. I know the kids. Before I left, I was able to actually coach Baylor and Sam in the spring before I left. So those guys, they're familiar to me, and I'm familiar to them, and just the whole community. I live here. It's just a good fit.
Well, let me ask you this. Your thoughts on Mississippi College, where you played college football? They finally shut down the football program.
They did. So that means I will always be a record holder for my lifetime at Mississippi College.
Don't tell me what you hold the record for, because I'm going to ask one of your players if he can guess what you hold the record for.
He's probably not going to.
I don't think he's going to guess it right either. But Coach, welcome back. Stay with us. We're going to talk to Sam Turner when we come back. Rebels on the rise. The offensive player spotlight is going to be squarely on Sam Turner. You're listening to Inside Rebel Football. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, Rebel fans, Coach D. Mike here, inviting you to join us every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Fish House in West Monroe for Inside Rebel Football.
We'll have some great food with some discounts and an open mic segment, even some drawings for the Rebel giveaways. Wednesday night just got a lot more fun.
The Fish House, where West Monroe talks football.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis, the proud owner of Coney Island Connection. For nearly 20 years now, we've served the Arklamists with our fast, friendly service and our famous chili cheeseburgers and our famous chili cheese dogs. Well, the chili is homemade. I'm asking you to stop by today and give us a try. We also serve hot tamales, roast beef po' boy, fried pickles, and much more. We even serve funnel cake fries here at Coney Island Connection on the corner of North 7th and Arkansas Road.
We're the best at Next. Why? Because for 120 years and counting, helping you reach your next milestone is what we do best. At Century Next Bank, we offer tailored solutions for what's next in your life. From personal checking accounts, to home loans, to small business growth. We're focused on your next step forward. Your dreams don't wait, and neither should your bank, because you deserve a partner who knows how to handle next. Century Next Bank, what's next for you? Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back to Inside Rebel Football here at the Fish House on Cypress Street here in West Monroe. And it's Rebels on the Rise. Offensive player spotlight is on Sam Turner, number 18, a 6'3", 240-pound senior tight end for the Rebels. Sam, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right, we enjoy having you. 3 catches on the year. What's it like in a Rebel offense to actually get thrown the football at tight end?
Yeah, it's nice. Last year, obviously didn't have a lot of receptions, so start out first 2 games of the year, have a reception, at least one in each of them, feels good.
That's certainly proud of you there. You overcame an injury last year. Tell us a little bit about the injury you had and how you were able to persevere through that.
Yeah, so broke my fibula last year going into week 8, Neville week. Obviously a hard thing to deal with. Tore some ligaments, broke my fibula, but it was just next man up, Shepard Brown. He's a junior this year, sophomore last year. Did a phenomenal job stepping up, taking my spot last year, and really just showed some courage and pretty much how to step up.
Did you have to have surgery, or did it heal on its own?
Yeah, I did have to have surgery. They went in there, put some hardware in there, and got me back going. Did some physical therapy at Johnson Physical Therapy, and they got me back, and now I'm 100%. So.
All right. Well, do you have any idea what record your coach holds at Mississippi College? If you guess this, we've got to get you something special.
Well, to be honest, I don't even know what position he played. So.
Record for the highest, I think, return yardage.
Return average, yes.
Average. The highest return average for returning kickoffs. Can you believe this guy?
Yeah, I believe it.
You believe it?
Stud.
All right. Well, look, let me ask you a little bit about yourself. Tell the folks as we get to know you a little bit about your hobbies. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do? I know you like to hunt. You got to like to hunt.
Big duck hunter. That's about it in the off season. Just a big duck hunter.
Well, where do you hunt and how often do you go?
I don't know if I can say where, but
okay. All right. Well,
it's a every weekend thing.
Can't give your secrets away.
Yeah, me and some buddies made a trip up to Kansas last year. That was pretty fun, and then I just try to get out as much as I can. It's probably one of my favorite things to do.
So I hear that you work on your duck calling in a kind of an unusual place. Where is that?
Anywhere in my truck most of the time.
I thought it was inside the house.
So a lot of the time it's inside the house. I get chapped for that sometimes, but it's just one of my passions, one of my hobbies. So.
Are you in the choir as well at school?
No, I'm not.
I heard you were a singer.
I was in middle school, but I sing in the shower sometimes.
Okay, sing in the shower. That's where I heard it. Who's your favorite singer or favorite song?
Ooh, right now I've been on a Chris Stapleton run right now. So.
Oh, I like Chris, man. Can you give us a little Chris?
No, I don't know about that.
A little bit. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about the North Desoto, the big matchup that you have coming up Friday night.
Yeah, they obviously a good team. We beat them pretty good last year, and who knows, it might be a different team this year. They look good on film, so we're prepared for anything. They've been talking a little smack on social media. So
they do that. You guys do that a little bit, huh?
They little bit of a fire under us for this week. So we got a little something to prove. But like Coach Demichael says, it's just another opportunity to compete this week. Just opportunity to get better.
Are you playing that sniffer position now?
Yes, sir. So we'll go if we go a 2 tight end set, or if we go me and Baylor in, I'll bump back to sniffer and he'll go to tight end. And
tell us what that is, sniffer.
So it's basically just another tight end, but bump back kind of into like the H-back position behind. Usually set up behind a guard or a tackle, and similar rules and everything, and pass concepts as a tight end, just bump back behind the line.
I got you. So they're running behind you when you're in the H-back position. All right, so look for number 18 to tell you where the play is going to go. Sam, thank you for being on the show. Best of luck Friday night. We're going to take another break and be back with more Inside Rebel Football in just a moment.
You can tell a lot about a man in the weight room. His strength, discipline, and heart. And John Brascato, he's built for all three.
Supporting a program like this, you don't just stand on the sideline. It means showing up, putting in the work, and standing shoulder to shoulder with the team, just like I do for my clients. I'm John Brascato, a personal injury attorney serving families across Louisiana.
And I'm Demichael Dizer, head football coach of your West Monroe Rebels. Around here, we believe in doing things the right way, on the field, in the classroom, and in life. John lives the same standards.
You show up for your team, and I'll show up for you. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you don't have to carry that weight alone. My team has your back.
All right, John, you ready to run the stadium?
I think I'm going to leave that to you, the Rebels, Coach. At Brascato Law, we've got your back, on and off the field.
Wrecked auto, you already know. Call John Brascato.
Let's go, Rebels.
Hey, look, we got to go to Les' weight game. Bye. Baby, you look so tired.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Why don't you go lay down on my Scandinavian and take a nap? I promise you're going to feel and look 25 years younger.
We gotta go.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, wow. 25 years gone.
Yeah, that's the baby.
Yeah, but how'd you sleep?
Great.
She wants one too.
Nice. American Mattress Outlet.
Where you don't have to go back in time
To get a great night's sleep.
At home Friday night as the Rebels face off against the North Desoto Griffins. I'm Lane Little, inviting you to join Jim Norris, Darren Moody, and me for all the exciting play-by-play on LA 105.3. Go Rebels!
Coach, look what I got. The Rocket Fast Playbook. That's an awesome sport. What does it say? First, you get him in the tunnel. Second, you blindside him with the wall of foam. Third, you call an audible. Then comes the Hail Mary. You hit him with the fast pass. Coach, it's brilliant. No dirty opponent stands a chance against Rocket Fast.
Hey, that's my playbook. Where'd you get that? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just sing the song.
Rocket Fast. It's a blast. And your vehicle is clean.
With the coaches and players of the West Monroe Rebels. Now, back to Jim Norris.
Welcome back to Inside Rebel Football. Behind the Blitz is the segment, and we're with defensive tackle coach David Taylor. David, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now tell me a little about your coaching background. I just got to meet you. How long have you been at West Monroe?
Well, this is my first year at West Monroe, my 33rd year overall coaching high school football.
A veteran.
Yeah, they call me that, but I don't act like a veteran. I act like I'm 21 years old a lot of times.
Still enjoying
around there. Yes, sir. I try to coach my kids like I'm a first-year coach, and I think that just rubs off on them. A friend of mine picks on me, says I've coached at every school in the district. So they call me Mr. District 25A a lot of times because hopefully this is my last stop, and here to help Coach Dizer and this other coaches and these players win state championship.
Well, welcome aboard, and we hope you achieve that goal. So you've been obviously West Monroe. Where are the other places in the district have you been?
I've been I spent about 15 years at Washita. I spent 9 years at Neville, and I'm coming from Ruston. I spent the last 5 years at Ruston.
Wow, so you traveled. You know everybody well.
I know a lot of people.
All right, well, Coach, it's great to have you. Well, tell me a little bit about this defense, the defensive philosophy. Coach Arledge talked about attacking, having an attacking philosophy, and it starts up front with your defensive tackles.
Yes, sir. Coming in, I told the guys when I first met them back in the spring that we were going to be aggressive. We're not going to sit back on our heels. We're not going to wait on people. We're going to attack people. That's the way my career, the way I coach for 30-plus years, and me and Coach Arledge, our philosophies kind of meshed on that deal because I'm a very aggressive coach. I'm not going to sit back, and I'm not going to let an offense try to dictate to me what we're going to do. We're going to attack them and be super, super aggressive.
Well, tell me, we've got one of your players, one of your tackles, Jaden Clay. Tell me a little bit about that young man.
Jaden, when I came in the spring, and I started looking at the depth chart, and I said, well, we got one senior defensive lineman that was returning from last year. He was a starter last year. Got to know him a little bit. He don't know this, but I've been watching him for the last couple of years. I helped coach powerlifting at Ruston, so I got my eyes on a lot of these West Monroe kids during the powerlifting season. And then when I decided I was going to come to West Monroe and made that change, I kind of visited with him a little bit at the powerlifting meets there at the end of the year and kind of got to know. He didn't know at that time that I was probably going to be his position coach, but I was filling him out, trying to learn him a little bit. What we got with Jaden is we got a leader, okay? He's got a lot of playing experience, something that's missing at the defensive tackle spots coming in. You know, he's the guy that's returning starter. They had another player last year was a senior, so I really lean on him. till I got my feet a little wet and got to know the other players. So he's
good.
he's doing a great job for us.
Well, good, and he's the young man we're going to talk to next. So Rebels on the rise. Our next segment, Defensive Player Spotlight, is going to be on number 94, Jaden Clay, a 5'7", 225-pound senior. Stay with us. We'll be back with more Inside Rebel Football in just a moment.
Does your boat need electronics, shallow water anchors, or any other accessories you can think of? Well, let Hooked Up Marine Products in West Monroe help.
They'll have your back faster than you can cast a line. At Hooked Up Marine, you'll find fast, dependable service.
We offer certified service on all brands like Garmin, Lowrance, Humminbird, and Power Pole. Hooked Up will get you hooked up with batteries, lifetime rigging, and warranty on all installs.
Hooked Up Marine is local, they're dependable, they love our West Monroe Rebels, so stop in and see them on North 7th Street here in West Monroe. Go Rebs!
The Home Improvement Outlet has a must-see iron door collection. Whether you're a homeowner or a builder, we have the perfect iron door for you. And check out our cutting-edge smart glass option, offering privacy and style at the touch of a button. With many glass options available, you can customize your door to match your unique style. We have iron doors that pivot, slide, and so much more. The Home Improvement Outlet in West Monroe.
Now cue that jingle.
The Home Improvement Outlet, you're building for less.
The Rebels are rolling into a new era. New coach, new radio team, same Rebel pride. West Monroe Rebel football, all season on Classic Hits LA 105. Live from the Fish House in West Monroe, you're listening to Inside Rebel Football with the coaches and players of the West Monroe Rebels. Now, back to Jim Norris.
Welcome back to Inside Rebel Football. Our next segment, Rebels on the Rise, Defensive Player Spotlight. Number 94, senior Jaden Clay. And as your position coach David Taylor just said, Coach Taylor, you're a leader. What makes Jaden Clay a leader?
Well, you know, I always tell the D tackles to always just go out there, play 100% each snap, you know. And every day we live by execution and just execute every play. And, you know, these last two games I have been, you know, cramping up, and it's been pretty bad on me. But I know the next guy up is going to give 100% each play and just dominate.
Well, speaking of the next guy up, I don't know if he was the next guy up for you, but number 5, Maddox Dunn, came up with maybe the play of the ball game the other night.
Yes, sir. That was really critical. You know, that was football's about momentum. And he changed the momentum of that game.
Boy, did he ever.
And that's what got us that win.
What did you tell him after the sack?
Man, I just ran up to him and hugged him, and I jumped on his back, you know. And I was just.
All 225 pounds,
yeah.
huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, what do the players call you? Folks, y'all need to listen to this. What do they call you?
Well, they call me Pastor Clay.
Pastor Clay. Why do they call you Pastor Clay?
It started back at West Ridge Middle School. You know, I go around just singing like you know how pastors be singing in church, you know. They be stomping their feet, waving their hands in the air. And it would everybody would just love it, you know. And
well, Michael Wood used to do that, but we told him to quieten it down.
Yes, sir. But, yeah, it's kind of I just sang real good, and they just call me Pastor Clay.
Well, and I know you're a very spiritual young man. Also a power lifter.
Yes, sir.
And pretty successful there. What squat? What do you squat?
My squat was last year 635. My bench was 405, and my deadlift was 500.
Wow. Pretty powerful young man. You can see why he makes such an impact. Coach, it's got to be great coaching a leader like this on the defensive line.
Yes, he's special. I mean, the guys listen to him. You know, we got some hard-headed ones, okay? I mean, and they drive me crazy sometimes, but they always listen to him. Well, they won't listen to me, and I always tell, you know, in this business, you know, sometimes the players won't listen to the coach, but they'll listen to the other players. And that's what he brings.
Well, he certainly does. Jaden, what's going to be key against North Desoto Friday, defensively up front?
Defensively, we're going to have to execute. You know, we're going to have some plays that we've been learning, some new plays, and I think we're ready, you know. Just execute every single play and get it down and dominate. You know?
Well, good luck Friday night and keep on preaching.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for giving a nice hand. Jaden Clay, the pastor, our defensive player spotlight. We're going to take another break and be back with more Inside Rebel Football in just a moment.
Hey, Rebel fans, Coach D. Mike here, inviting you to join us every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Fish House in West Monroe for Inside Rebel Football.
We'll have some great food with some discounts and an open mic segment, even some drawings for the Rebel giveaways. Wednesday night just got a lot more fun.
The Fish House, where West Monroe talks football.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis, the proud owner of Coney Island Connection. For nearly 20 years now, we've served the Arklamists with our fast, friendly service and our famous chili cheeseburgers and our famous chili cheese dogs. Well, the chili is homemade. I'm asking you to stop by today and give us a try. We also serve hot tamales, roast beef po' boy, fried pickles, and much more. We even serve funnel cake fries here at Coney Island Connection on the corner of North 7th and Arkansas Road.
To Inside Rebel Football with the coaches and players of the West Monroe Rebels. Now, back to Jim Norris.
All right, welcome back to Inside Rebel Football here at the Fish House located in West Monroe. Our next segment, the road to Friday. The Friday matchup is going to be North DeSoto. Coach, we got Dennis Dunn, a familiar coach to West Monroe fans. He used to be at Evangel. Right. Then he was at Pineville, so we butted heads with him a lot. And now we get a chance to do it again at North DeSoto.
Absolutely. He's a legendary coach.
He is.
We look forward to the matchup this Friday.
What are the keys to the matchup Friday night?
I think for us it's going to be establishing a level of physicality and then trying to maintain that physicality throughout the ball game. Execution's always, a big part of the game plan, but I think this week, this team's a little more motivated having lost to us last year, so they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder. And our kids are going to have to set the tone early.
They're undefeated, too. They're 2-0, and they've, they haven't had much competition the first two rounds. They played well.
Right.
Big wins.
So they're confident, and, our kids are going to have to come in with the right mindset. And like I said, we got to establish a level of physicality and see if they're willing to match that.
Offensively, what do they like to do?
They're a base offense. They'll spread out, but they like to kind of run the ball a little bit. They're kind of balanced. Senior quarterback, senior running back, senior H-back or sniffer, as some people call them. And but they're a confident team. Their offense has done pretty good, put up a lot of numbers in these first two ball games.
Well, a lot of times we get caught up when we talk football, offense, defense, offense, but special teams play a huge part in the ball game, and we've got the MVP from last week's game.
Absolutely.
Who is this guy?
This is Mr. Remy Moore.
All right, give him a hand, Remy Moore. All right, folks. Remy transitioned from a wide receiver to the punter. Now, how did that come about?
So it was the first JV game, and Coach Ashley came up to me. I was sitting in the locker room. He was like, "Hey, you're punting tonight." I was like,
You what?
And he was like, "Yeah, you play soccer, right?" I was like, "Yeah." So I grabbed the ball and I went out the the back door onto the practice field, and I started kicking a little bit. I was like, "Okay, it's kind of fun." And so I punted that game, and then the rest of the JV season, and then at the end of that season, I was just like, "Dang, I really like punting. This is fun. And I kind of got burnt out on receiver, and then, just took up punting full time, and it was pretty fun.
Well, I tell you what, he had a heck of a game, and you did, Remy, last week. I had you down for almost 45-yard average on 5 punts. I think 3 were down inside the 20-yard line. It doesn't get much better than that, does it, folks?
No, that's a good night. That's a good night.
And some facts you might not know. You play soccer.
Yes,
Last year you were the offensive MVP, all district. As your sophomore, you were the second leading scorer. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, sir. Second leading scorer. Shout out Clark Barron. He beat me by 1 goal. We still beef about that. We played a 300 push-up bet on who would have the most goals at the end of the season. I had to.
Well, at least it got you stronger then.
Yeah, I had to send him a pretty long video of me doing push-ups.
You run the 400-meter in track, but they also tell me you love music. You play the drums, the guitar, and the piano. Where do you get a chance to do that?
I play at church almost every Wednesday. I was actually supposed to sing today, but this came up. I had to, tell them that I was coming here. But yeah, I just love music in general.
Have you ever played for Sam?
No, I played for Sam.
I guess he just sings in the shower, and that's it. You're in the Interact. You got to tell me, pond hoppers. What is pond hoppers?
Me and my friend Jacob Turner. He's actually the long snapper. Freshman year, we got into fishing pretty heavy. We went fishing pretty much every single day after school. Made an Instagram page for it. And yeah, shout out Jacob Turner. We were on the boat one day, and he was like, "Man, I really don't think I want to play football anymore." And at first, I was kind of encouraging him, if you don't like it, don't do it. If it's making you sad, you're coming home every day and you don't like it, just don't do it. And then I talked to my dad about it. He was like, "Hey, what if Jacob long snaps?" And I was like,
"Yeah,
good idea." And then pitched him the idea. We started doing it, and just happened to be punter and snapper now.
Did you plan all that, Coach?
I did not. What'd you call it? Pond hoppers?
Pond hoppers.
I wasn't part of the pond hoppers.
It's on Instagram. You can check them out there. We'll give a nice hand to Remy Moore, our special teams MVP. I got to ask you, I don't have a whole lot of hair. It's going a little gray. Where's a good place to get my hair cut?
Rumo's Barbershop. Dad's back there.
All right, I see him back there. I know him well. All right, thanks for being on the show. Best of luck Friday night against North Desoto.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll be back with more Inside Rebel Football in just a moment.
We're the best at Next. Why? Because for 120 years and counting, helping you reach your next milestone is what we do best. At Century Next Bank, we offer tailored solutions for what's next in your life. From personal checking accounts, to home loans, to small business growth. We're focused on your next step forward. Your dreams don't wait, and neither should your bank, because you deserve a partner who knows how to handle next. Century Next Bank, what's next for you? Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You can tell a lot about a man in the weight room. His strength, discipline, and heart. And John Bruscato, he's built for all 3.
Supporting a program like this, you don't just stand on the sideline. It means showing up, putting in the work, and standing shoulder to shoulder with the team, just like I do for my clients. I'm John Bruscato, a personal injury attorney serving families across Louisiana.
And I'm Demichael Dizer, head football coach of your West Monroe Rebels. Around here, we believe in doing things the right way, on the field, in the classroom, and in life. John lives the same standards.
You show up for your team, and I'll show up for you. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you don't have to carry that weight alone. My team has your back.
All right, John, you ready to run the stadium?
I think I'm going to leave that to you, the Rebels, Coach. At Bruscato Law, we've got your back, on and off the field.
Wrecked auto, you already know. Call John Bruscato.
Let's go, Rebels.
Now, back to Jim Norris.
Welcome back to Inside Rebel Football. We're at the Fish House live here on Cypress Street in West Monroe. And now the Rebel Nation Q&A. And we have, this is your team coach and your questions. So let's hear it, Rebel Nation. The fan of the week this week is Janice Bird. Give Janice a nice hand. Everybody knows Janice Bird.
Welcome.
All right, Janice, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. This is an honor.
It's an honor for us to have you. Crafts Galore. It's been an institution here in West Monroe.
Yeah. We opened,
and the Rebel store.
Yes, we opened in the mid-'80s, moved out where we're at now in '93 because, we started winning football games.
When did you start attending West Monroe High School football games? When did you first become a fan?
Okay, I was driving the band in the mid-'80s when my daughter was in the band, and we just kept going. Then I had a son come up, play, and we're still going.
Since the mid-1980s, how many games have you missed, you think?
I can only think of one.
Wow. Wow, what a fan. Hey, that's worth a little applause there. That's a true Rebel fan right there. What keeps you going to the games?
Well, I've been driving a school bus. This is my 48th year. And I love to watch the kids, keep up with them, because now they're children of kids that rode my bus.
Wow.
So, you got to keep up with them.
Gotta
And it keeps you young.
Keeping and supporting the kids that you've driven around for all those years. Tell me about this. How did you first start ringing that cowbell?
Okay. Jerry Sprazier had a son that played with my son, and Jody Statham. And
I remember Jody.
Yeah, they came with just regular bells. Well, I took the bell off my husband's bull rope, but it was too heavy. It didn't, So we got the smaller ones, and then we got a friend to make the handles for us. And do it
So
in
you're
that scene.
responsible for all these cowbells?
I think Jerry Sprazier is, but I'm responsible for the modern ones.
I got you. What is your favorite West Monroe High School football memory?
Probably '93 when we won the semis. We played St. Aug. Great game.
Did you go to the game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Down in New Orleans?
Yes. And I don't remember if it was tied, but they had the ball, and we knew if they scored, they were going to win. So they had a great quarterback, throwed the ball, and what was the kid's name? Intercepted the ball in the end zone.
Eddie Stevens.
Eddie Stevens.
How about that?
Yes. So, of course, we was all just, didn't know what to
I
think.
was there. It was incredible.
And remember the radio broadcast, it quit, so people back home didn't know.
Yeah, didn't know what had happened.
So we all get in line to use the pay phone because there was enough.
To call everybody back, West Monroe, let them know what happened. Nobody wanted to carry West Monroe games back in those days,
No. So there was this really nice gentleman in front of me, and I asked him, I said, could you tell me what it means to go to the Dome? And he just died laughing. And he said, you're going to New Orleans to the Superdome next week to play us. He was from Destrehan for the state championship.
Well,
so
he got all he wanted that following week, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Hey, well, Janice, thank you for being our fan of the week, and give her a nice hand. And I think we might have something for you. You're always giving something to others, and I think we might have something for you.
For Miss Bird here and her love and support over all the years for West Monroe and its student body, we're going to give you this nice jacket here. This is a coach's jacket, so there's only a few. You won't see a whole lot of these around town, so you'll be one of the few that have one of these coach's jackets.
Thank you.
There you go, Coach.
How we've progressed. Now we're here for the D-Mike era.
You're right.
And I think our fans are going to start coming back, filling the stands, getting the excitement back. I hope.
I know. It's coming.
We're behind him 100%.
Well, now we're getting ready for the Q&A portion. We've got our man Lane Little, sideline reporter. Do you have any questions, though, Janice, for the head coach? If you do, fire away.
I think Melinda's going to ask them.
Oh, Melinda. All right, well, go ahead. Melinda's got some.
Uh-oh. So what you're alluding to is clock management is situational. So last week we didn't want to give Pulaski the ball back. We wanted to give it to him with as little time as possible. I think in each game, as the game situation changes, how much time we run off the clock, we will do according to what the game situation is.
All right, so good question. And we're working on the mic. Just come on up a little closer if you have another one. Melinda, come on up. It looks like you've got all of your notes. Come on, come on. What's your next question, Melinda?
I ran into a coach after the game. We were visiting with him, and he said the difference in this team and last year's team was last year's team would have found a way to lose, and this year's team found a way to win. What did you do to change that mindset?
That started in January when we came back from Christmas break. Prior to me even being the head coach, I was still serving as the strength coach, and part of my job is setting the mindset and tone for our football team. And so we talk about every day about not just telling our kids how to win, but we need to show them how to win. And so our kids see visuals throughout the building. We talk about it throughout our weight training. We talk about it and show them throughout practice how to win a football game.
Coach said it was leadership from the top.
I would agree. That's a smart coach.
All right, did we increase the run in this game, but when Trez went down, or was that the plan all along, to be run heavy?
We're going to be primarily a run offense as we approach most ball games, but I think, again, you have to deal with game situations as they occur, and I think for us at that particular point when Trez did go out, we kind of found our footing in the run game, and so that kind of was kind of the track we went the rest of the ball game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Melinda might be stealing your coach's jacket with those questions she's been asking. Man, those are good ones. I like that. We got another one.
All right, Coach, we got Mr. Wayne Van here.
Coach, now that you got 2 games under your belt, have you found yourself taking out any rituals or superstitions that you're trying to follow, or you have any special things that you do before a game?
You wearing the same socks every night, every Friday night? What?
No, I've never been, even as a player, I've never been superstitious. I just believe in trusting the process. If you're prepared, you're going to do what you're going to do, or if you're not prepared, it's going to be what it's going to be. And so, I can tell by the time game time gets there where we are, if we've done the things we needed to do throughout the course of the week, I don't need a lucky pair of anything. We just need to go play.
Thank you, Wayne. And by the way, happy birthday this past Sunday.
Happy birthday.
All right, young man. Next question, all the way in the back.
Yeah, Coach, way back here in the back, we've got Mr. Russell Moore, Remy Moore, your punter's dad. 2-part question for you. So.
Okay.
All right, question 1. Coach D-Mike, what is the one thing that the community could do for you? What's one thing you would say, I really wish our community could do this to support us the best way?
I would say always find the positive in everything we do. Find the positive way to approach everything as it relates to our players. Our players go through a lot. They live in a difficult time in this world, and the more positivity that they can have feeding into them, the better it's going to be for them.
And my last question is this, Coach. If and when we win this weekend, will you accept a challenge from the team to have a foot race with the athlete of their choice on television?
Absolutely not.
Challenge accepted. Yes.
Absolutely not.
Man, I don't know where that came from. All right, so they're telling us to wrap up the Q&A session, so we're going to take another break. But once again, our thanks to Janice Bird, Fan of the Week. We're going to take this one last break and be back with the final drive. You're listening to Inside Rebel Football right here on LA 105.3.
Hey, look, we gotta go to Leslie's weight game. Bye. Baby, you look so tired.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Why don't you go lay down on my Scandinavian and take a nap? I promise you're gonna feel to look 25 years younger.
We gotta go.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, wow. 25 years gone.
Yeah, that's the baby.
Yeah, but I just sleep.
Great. She wants one too.
Nice.
American Mattress Outlet.
Where you don't have to go back in time
To get a great night's sleep.
Coach, look what I got. The Rocket Fast playbook. That's awesome, Sport. What does it say? First, you get him in the tunnel. Second, you blindside him with the wall of foam. Third, you call an audible. Then comes the Hail Mary. You hit him with the fast pass. Coach, it's brilliant. No dirty opponent stands a chance against Rocket Fast.
Hey, that's my playbook. Where'd you get that? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just sing the song.
Rocket Fast. It's a blast, and your vehicle is clean.
Rebel football live here at the Fish House, and the final drive with head coach Demichael Dizer, and the final word. The message to the fans this week and to the team is basically what, Coach?
You know, just come out, continue to support this football team. Our coaching staff, our players, they've worked extremely hard. Like I said, all off season going into the season. We're off to a good start. We feel the love, we feel the support in the stands, and just continue to watch us develop and put a product on the field that everybody can be proud of, and we just want to continue to feel that love and support from our community.
North Desoto, what classification are they? 4A or 5A?
They're 4A.
4A. Yeah. But Dennis Dunn, he's been there a while. He's had a pretty good success there at North Desoto.
Yeah, you know, Coach Dunn's, you know, he had success at multiple schools that he's been at, and so he's a proven winner, and it's going to be a challenge against him.
Offensively, what are you looking to do? You're going to try to be balanced, or is it going to be more run heavy, or just whatever the situation is?
Yeah, we'll go into the ball game. We'll try to always establish the run. We'll kind of see what looks they give us, coverages they give us. If we have some opportunities to take some shots or create some mismatches out on the outside, we'll always do that. But we're going to try to be balanced as we possibly can, and then feel our way through the ball game.
What's the theme this week, Coach?
The theme this week is hunted. Hunted. You know, you're either the hunter or you're the prey. And you know, there was a message sent out that this team was looking to hunt West Monroe. And I told our players on Sunday, West Monroe High School will never be hunted. You don't have to hunt us. You know, you just make the phone call. We'll show up.
All right, so West Monroe's going to go hunting. They're not going to be the hunted. Well, Coach, best of luck Friday night against North Desoto. You've been listening to Inside Rebel Football, where tradition meets tomorrow.
Good luck, man. Appreciate it, man.